Every morning, Ayan walked through the village wearing the same pair of old, broken shoes. They were too big for him, covered in patches.
Look at his shoes! Are those shoes or two old pieces of wood? Everyone laughed. Ayan forced a smile, but inside, he felt something break. He wished he could disappear.
That evening, Ayan showed his mother the torn shoes. "Don't hate what kept your feet safe." Then she smiled and said, "Ayan,
One day, old shoes are more than you think.
3 days later, the sky changed. Dark clouds rolled, and heavy rain began to fall. The river began rising faster than anyone had ever seen. By nightfall, the river was roaring like a wild animal.
Everyone move to higher ground!
Families began leaving their homes. But Ayan noticed something nobody else had seen. Behind the old bridge was a narrow drainage channel. It was completely blocked by branches, stones, and mud. If the river overflowed, except straight into the village. Ayan ran back and warned the villagers.
The water will enter through the old channel.
"You're just a child," one man said. Ayan looked toward the river. He knew they were wrong.
Ayan remembered his mother's words. He looked down at his old shoes. Shoes had one thing nobody knew about. Their thick soles gave him a grip that no one else could manage.
With the river rising behind him, Ayan stepped into the mud. The water pushed against his legs, and through the opening, Ayan fell to the ground. He stood up and kept pulling.
And away from the village. If Ayan had not opened it, the villagers stood silently. The boy they had laughed at just saved them.
The next morning, the village looked completely different. Everyone knew what Ayan had done.
The boy who had laughed, "Sorry, Ayan. I was wrong about you."
Ayan simply smiled.
When Ayan returned home, he placed his muddy shoes beside
Over
the
their
door.
worth.
He had forgotten to appreciate what those old shoes had already given him.
From that day on, Ayan never felt ashamed of his old shoes again. People may laugh at what you don't have, but none of those things decide your. From that day on, Ayan never felt ashamed of his old shoes again. People may laugh at what you don't have, but none of those things decide your. Sometimes the very thing you are ashamed of may be the thing that makes you strong. So never be ashamed. Ayan never felt ashamed of his old shoes again. Your value is not measured by what you own. People may laugh at what you don't have, but none of those things decide your